Next
was
up
just like,
on the Straight Up R&D
that's
podcast.
just thug. Like, that's the question we get back. That's the answer. That's just Wayne. That's just Birdman. Like, okay, were they doing this whole time? And like,
they had to do that before.
I don't know. I'm just
like, if you openly kissing, I remember what Birdman's response was at the time. He was like, that's my son. Because, they have like this father-son relationship type thing.
But that's a grown man, though.
And even so, like, how many sons are kissing their fathers on the lips? Like, even if that's your biological son.
That's what I'm saying,
At that age, or you kissing your father on the lips at that age. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my pops, dap it up, give a hug. If he gave me a kiss up on the side of my head... lip action? Yo, what's good, y'all?
Yo, what's going on, everybody?
We back. It's been a little bit.
It's been a while. We've been, busy.
Busy, traveling here and there, living life. Life just gets busy.
Sure does. It sure does. But that don't stop the podcast. You know what I'm saying? This is episode 65. Welcome to the Straight Up and R&D podcast. I am Rich.
I'm D.
And let's jump into the regular slingo. We're going to give it to you real raw, uncut, straight up with opinions based on motherfucking facts.
Well, we love the support you all are giving us. Please continue, subscribe, watch, like the videos. The engagement has been going up. You know what I mean? So... we're happy with the progress we're making with this channel. So keep supporting your boys. And if you want to come on, I say this every week, every episode. If you want to come on and debate us, either you agree with us or not agree. We don't care.
We like it when you don't agree, though.
Yeah.
We like it when you don't agree. But yeah, number one rule on this podcast is... we don't give a fuck about your feelings. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what it is. So yes, now we are in episode 65. And we're going to be doing something a little bit different going forward on the podcast. As you guys probably know, we're always drinking on the podcast. We're always drinking something. And, this time we're gonna give let you guys know what we drinking. Let you guys know what we think about, if it's beer, if it's liquor, whatever.
Yeah, I'll give you
if it's good or not.
Like a mini review and
just a mini review. So today, what we're having now is the classic Modelo's. You can find this at any quinceañera. Any barbecue, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my home raised, you know what I'm saying? But no, shout out to all my Mexicans out there, you know what I'm saying? Viva la Mexico, you know what I'm saying? And we're gonna try the beer on camera. I mean, I know you guys seen us drink it already, but we'll do it
my
bad. Cheers anyway. Cheers. All right. So what you think, man?
Yeah, I had this beer before. It's one of my favorites because it has a strong taste. Like it has that kick.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like in comparison to like something like Corona. Corona's a good beer. That's like, I feel like that's a standing beer you can find anywhere you go. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't have that kick. And I think this has a strong taste. Not just like that kick. So this is actually one of my go-tos in a way. Like if I'm going to the beer store, I'll either get this or I'll get like a Heineken. I like the beers that are strong. I like that kick. I like that oomph.
The oomph, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think this does it well. So it's a good beer. I highly recommend it.
Yeah, I mean, I've had obviously Modelo's before. It's a good beer. To me, again, it's like an alternative to a Corona. If I don't have a Corona, if they don't have a Corona, all right, let me get a Modelo. If they don't have a Modelo, 9 times out of 10, depending on the bar I'm at, they don't really have Guinness. That's really my beer that I like. That's your beer choice. That's my beer choice. But as far as the taste, it's to me, it doesn't have too much of a tart taste. It has that real. it's a beery taste. You know what I
Berry,
mean?
yeah, it's
like,
a berry taste.
You know, it's just like, you drink a Heineken, it has that beer, that taste. But this one, I feel like I can eat it, drink and eat, have this with anything. It kind of goes well with stuff, and it's
okay, that's a good
chill,
thing. This is a good relaxation beer. This is your everyday beer.
Yeah, it's an everyday beer. Like, yo, I'm eating a sandwich, you can have a Modelo with it. I'm eating some tacos, you can have a Modelo with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those chill. You having a barbecue, have a Modelo. It's like it has that taste where it can go with anything.
Yeah. In comparison to other beers, it's like for certain occasions or you know what I mean. But this. You'll go with everything. And you prefer a Corona over this.
Yeah, I prefer Corona over this because Corona with the lime, like.
Bro, I've always think Corona's been a little overrated, bro.
I used to think the same thing until the day I had it with a lime.
Had it with a lime? I haven't had it with a lime in a long time.
Yeah, when I
gotta
had it, because before I didn't like Corona. Like I was like, I didn't really like, but when I had it with a lime, I was like, whoa, that kind of changed the game a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Kind of changed it a little bit. And I was like, wow, I do actually kind of like it.
Like, bro, people around, everybody I know loves Corona. And it's not a bad beer. To me, it's just like a little watery. It doesn't give me that kick. Like, Heineken is my top choice because I love that. Oof, you know what I'm saying? That's what I like. That's what I like. So that's why if I don't see Heineken, or maybe if Heineken be too expensive, or I don't know, I just want something different, I'll go with a Modelo.
Go with Modelo. So, all right, final thoughts. What would you rate the beer out of 10?
Man, I give it a solid 8 because it's in the class of beers that I like. It's an everyday beer, and for me, I just can't go wrong with it. So I give it like a good 8.
Good 8. For me, I'll give it a 7. I give it a 7. Good beer, goes with anything. Definitely, if you go into the barbecue, nobody's gonna say no to a Modelo.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
nobody's gonna say no to that. You can't go wrong with it. You're watching the football game, Modelo. Watching, horse race, Modelo. It's just one of those.
Horse race.
It's just one of those.
Had a hard day at work.
Had a hard day at work. You know what I'm saying? Sweating, working hard on the construction site. Modelo, man. Modelo. All right, so now we got to get into the real stuff. And right now we're going to get into some street stuff, actually. So, big homie, YSL for life, Slime Life, Mr. Jeffrey Williams, a.k.a. Young Thug, a.k.a. Top G, whatever you want to call him in Atlanta, the top dog, whoever you want to say, Big Slime, Gang Slime, this guy, he's been having that feud with Gunna since Gunna allegedly snitched, calling YSL, the label, a gang when he was in jail, facing, what is it, they get like 30 years for RICO charges?
Yeah.
30 years to life.
30. RICO's not to mess with.
Over a RICO charge. And Young Thug is allegedly the kingpin, the big leader, the top dog of the situation, of the organization. But recent audio has come out pointing that Young Thug actually snitched himself. And, we could save it up to you guys to go and look at the videos and listen to the phone calls. But somebody leaked all of his phone calls.
Yeah, a lot of personal information.
A lot. Stuff with his girl, stuff with 21 Savage.
Glorilla.
Talking about Glorilla. Throwing shade at Trippie Redd. So, a lot of stuff has been going on. And he's been ratting people out. Saying Pee Wee Roscoe is, he's the one that shot up Lil Wayne bus and this, that, and the third. So all the details of all of that crap is not even important. Let me just tell you right now. What I really want to talk about is what is this snitching culture and what constitutes snitching? Like, what is this snitching game? Like, what are the streets are saying about snitching today? Like, I don't know anymore.
I don't know either. It's crazy. I was watching DJ Academics, and he was talking about 6ix9ine, but basically saying like, yo, like, It's a roster full of rats now. Like, back in the day, if it was a whisper that somebody snitched, you know, I'm talking about when 50 Cent, Ja Rule, Fat Joe, when they were popping.
Oh, yeah.
If it was a whisper that somebody snitched, you were done. Now you got cats out here that snitch openly, caught on camera.
HD 4K, bro.
And they still successful. And they from the streets. Allegedly. They saying all that shit in their songs, like, oh, I want to block, blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? But now you got like Gunna out here, Thug, 6ix9ine,
Ratlanta.
I mean, those are like the big ones. I'm pretty sure there's like other ones that I don't know, but
T.I. I mean, people were saying T.I. snitched because he took the stand.
Oh yeah, people said, oh yeah.
He took the stand, and
I remember Boozy commented on that and was like, FTI, stuff like that.
Like, what is ratting now? Like, what is ratting? Because to be honest, when Gunna first did his little snitching thing, I called it snitching. Like, it is.
It's hard to defend that to me.
To me, it's either you with the label and Young Thug and all that stuff, or when you join, you saying, I'm joining as an artist. I am not taking part of whatever activities y'all taking a part of. You see what I'm saying? And that's one thing. But if you, in your songs, I will never tell, blah, 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 I stand with my guys, this is a ride for my dudes. But then when it comes down to it, you do a 180 on them and you snitch. To me, if you admit and you say, YSL is a gang, this, that, and the third, for you to get out of jail, then you're snitching. That's snitching, bro. That to me is you snitched. Okay, it is what it is. You came out, your music is doing well. Drop that album, is doing well.
He's doing well. He's not suffering any repercussions.
He's not suffering no real repercussions.
I mean, he probably lost some relationships, but I mean, you making money. That's the most important thing.
He lost relationships to other dudes that's quote unquote street dudes when they really not. Like Lil Baby, I look at this dude, he don't look like a street dude to me.
Yeah.
He looked like a Roddy Ricch type dude. Like,
Lil Baby looked like one of them people who you saw in the hood. He was just like a get money dude, but he's not like doing dirt. You know what I'm saying? Like Vaughn, when he was alive, he was doing some dirt. He was doing some street shit.
That's what I would say. Those dudes, them Chicago dudes, I give it to them. They was doing that. They was doing that street stuff.
They walking demons. Like they are. I had some walking demons, bro. Like King Von, a lot of stuff about King. We're gonna go back. I'm just saying a lot of stuff that came out about King Von when he died. I was like, man, they had this man. Menace. I'm like, I had this man walking around in the streets. I'm like, nobody snitched on him. Like, you know,
because they know they'll probably get clipped.
Yeah, but now it's a whole different league now, bro. Like, and I guess the listeners are like, all right. Think about what Gunna. Who was his main audience? I would say like younger kids, like in the age range of like
I would say
18 to 25. A lot of women.
A lot of white people.
Like, they want to care about that?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean, the numbers show they don't.
Show that they don't. Like, because when I listen to Gunna's music, it's not a whole lot of really like street type of shit. It's not like trap music. You know what I'm saying? If he made trap music and his core audience is people from the hood, then he would have been done. Like his music was pretty versatile.
But he's supposed. Remember, here's the thing, and this is the new name that they give in Atlanta, Ratlanta. They call it Atlanta Ratlanta.
Damn, Atlanta down bad.
Yeah, they call it Atlanta Ratlanta because there's a couple of dudes I've been snitching too. But like to me, it's you surrounded by these thugs, these bloods, these gang members that you ride and you slide with, and I'm sure he's giving them money for stuff to do. I'm not trying to throw lies.
Yeah.
On the man, but it's the reality. You the rapper, you're supposed to, help these dudes out, and whatever them dudes is doing, they're supposed to protect you so you can walk out into these streets and go wherever you want to go. Mm-hmm. You can't be a top rapper in Atlanta, but can't be affiliated with no gangs. You can. At that point, you a pop star. Mm-hmm. So I'm saying you can't be a rapper. Mm-hmm. Look at Kendrick. Kendrick has to be in line with some sort of gang.
Because he referenced like the street shit.
And he did the street shit too.
At the Super Bowl, had Serena Crip walking. At the Super Bowl.
That's what I'm saying. So these rappers, they have to be intertwined into some gang shit at some level. Even Drake with the dudes out in Canada, he's got he may be a pop star rapper, this, that, and everything in between, but he gotta be tapped into. We gotta keep it real. Like that's what it is. You know, but
it's just like how far tapped in are you?
Exactly. And then it's how far tapped in you are. Are you at the level of a Boozy?
Boozy, he's in.
He's in, but he's not on the level of Gunna, bro.
No.
Look at Young Dolph. That dude was tapped in. Tapped in so much he got clipped.
Yeah, and his music would have never got to the. He was popular, but not Gunna
level. He's not superstar.
Not a superstar.
He can't go to freaking Germany and throw a show and have a sellout crowd.
I would say somebody who's tapped in. I think that's could be a superstar. Maybe Gucci. Gucci, man, he's tapped in. He got a body. He did a lot of time. No snitch allegations, but he's been up there. He had some good hits. He had that song with Bruno Mars that went.
Yeah, but
he's not like
he's not a mega star.
Yeah, like
he's not.
I would say people know Gucci, but if I just go to the street randomly and like, hey, do you know Gucci, man? There's a good chance some people gonna say no.
The best question is, can you go to another country and say, do you know Gucci, man? That's the biggest thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
You could go
to another country and say, hey,
France,
you know Drake,
you know Gucci Mane, like who is that? You know, but you could say who's Travis Scott.
Yeah.
You know, you could say who's Drake. They'll know.
I would say Gucci, at least the current street people, he had the most successful street rapper who's tapped in like that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
I'll say that. But yeah, he's not, I can't say he's a superstar.
You're Jay-Z. You go anywhere that you know Jay-Z.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? You can't Kanye. You know what I'm saying? You could go with the whole globe. Everyone knows Kanye.
People know Kanye for a lot of different reasons. You know?
But nah, like what I'm trying to say is like going back to the snitching thing is like, okay, Young Thug came back and he's snitching on everybody. He's putting everybody's name in his mouth, and it's like, damn, dude, I thought you was this big top gangster. Why you talking to the feds, telling them? So it's like, now, you know, DJ Academics, a lot of the podcast places, they like, yo, whoa, there's levels to it. There's levels to snitching. Like, I thought once you snitch, you snitch. Like,
yeah, that's what I thought too.
Now it's the type, because you think about 6ix9ine. I mean, to me, his situation, I'm like, hell yeah, you better snitch. If you find out your dudes that was your man's turn your back on you.
I've always said that.
Like,
bro, if I find out these dudes robbed me, took money from me, smashing my baby mom, dude, I'm like, man, screw y'all. I'm throwing y'all under the bus, and I'm gonna go out here and be free. You know what I'm saying? But I think with 6ix9ine a little different because, you know, he was talking hot.
But
you know what I'm saying?
But you know, I give 6ix9ine his credit though. He was talking hot, but he was really in the streets with them, bro. Like, I think he's the one rapper that really tested this whole street game thing. Like, if you really about it, he put bounties on people's head. He got people shot up. He was out there doing it.
He was out there.
Lil Baby not doing that. Gunna not doing that. What's these other dudes? Roddy Ricch not doing that. Like, they're not about it. Like, I feel like they want to have the persona to make everybody seem like they hard, but in reality, they're just protected, and only their little entourage is what makes them seem like they're hard. Yeah,
because even people saying like Gunna is not like a real street dude. You surround yourself around that crowd, so like you're just guilty by association. Even when Gunna was locked up, people were saying like, yo, he just got wrapped up in this just because he's involved with YSL. Nobody looked at him as like a street dude. But you chose to surround yourself around some street dudes. Don't expect, don't be surprised if some street shit happen, which means the whole gang getting locked up and y'all gotta hold your water and he ain't hold his water. Mm-hmm. It is what it is, bro. And to be honest, too, it don't even matter because he's still successful. Only thing I'll say that messed him up is just, like I said, lost some relationships. Like, I don't think a lot of artists want to work with him. Because, they just don't want to be involved with the snitch label. But does he even really need them? Like, he's doing well. He's doing fine by himself. Mm-hmm. And I think, even with his recent album, I think Offset was on there. Was on there. And he got a song with Tyler, that girl, Pops or whatever. So, like, he's fine. 6ix9ine had success when he came out.
Yeah, he did. But it was short-lived.
Short-lived, and now he's just in the cut, whatever. So, this day and age, you can snitch and be fine.
Look, at the end of the day, I view it as all this street stuff don't mean nothing, bro. Like,
it don't mean nothing.
All these these streamers think, like, to me, even DDG, like, was a streamer, whatever, rapper. I don't know which was first.
He was a YouTuber first.
YouTuber first, turned rapper, turned streamer, turned whatever. Like, these dudes are not about it, bro. They just put on the facade. They got the little clout, and they feel like they tough now, and they can say whatever. But it's like, at the end of the day, this is all BS. That's how I see it. Straight BS. And Lil Yachty and them guys, like, they not about that stuff.
Nah, Yachty said he's not street though.
Yeah, but my thing is, it's like
Yachty just in the cut.
But he in the cut now. But like, even I feel like there's gonna be some situation like Trippie Redd, like them dudes, like they're not really about it. It's just that they're around the people that do that stuff.
Yeah, they're around it.
They just around it, and they feel like they're that guy because they're the one that's making the money. Bro, you're just a rapper, bro, and just stay in your lane. Young Thug, I never thought he was a gangster, big top dog, whatever. But for whatever reason, I don't understand. A big top guy could be running around wearing lipstick and a dress. I don't get that.
People forget that Thug used to do that shit when he first came out.
I don't get that, y'all.
Thug was on some shit when he came.
Wearing a wig and
when he first came out, Thug was wearing dresses,
lipstick.
I remember he was even calling guys babe and stuff like that. And I remember in the interview, I can't remember what interview it was or the person, but I remember they were talking about it. And they was like, yo, why you kind of like let Thug talk like that? They're like, hey, that's just Thug. That's just him. And I remember he was making comments like, because he smokes weed. He like, yo, we smoking big penises or some shit. I was like, what? He don't do that no more. So people kind of forget. Because now, I guess now he's established. He don't got to do all that.
He's established. Or was he at one of them Diddy things? I don't know. I mean, Birdman type sus too. So
yeah, I won't be surprised if Birdman got something going on. You know what I'm saying?
I'm pretty sure he got something going on because him and Wayne was kissing and all that stuff.
I remember that.
Like, come on, there's no excuse. Like, to me, back, I don't know, in the 90s, like, dudes wasn't doing that. Like, if somebody see you kissing another dude, even if you related, like, you don't do that. You know, like, if we're keeping it on this rap stuff, bro, like, if you keep it on the rap stuff, the rap culture, that was never really a thing. That wasn't a thing. But today it's a thing. I don't know. Times has changed.
No, bro, that's accepted today.
No.
Today's world? Man, they can make an album cover with that.
No, I'm just saying, look, today I don't care who you kissing, who you, whatever you doing, but I'm just saying, like, in that realm of things, it wasn't accepted, right? But now it's like,
back then it wasn't accepted.
It wasn't accepted, but now nobody checked it. Nobody said, yo, you know, what are you doing? It was just like, oh, that's just thug. Like, that's the question we get back. That's the answer. That's just Wayne. That's just Birdman. Like, okay, were they doing this whole time? And like,
they had to do that before.
I don't know. I'm just
like, if you openly kissing, I remember what Birdman's response was at the time. He was like, that's my son. Because, they have like this father-son relationship type thing.
But that's a grown man, though.
And even so, like, how many sons are kissing their fathers on the lips? Like, even if that's your biological son.
That's what I'm saying,
at that age, or you kissing your father on the lips at that age. You know what I'm saying? Like, me and my pops, dap it up, give a hug. If he gave me a kiss, I'm on the side of my head. So, lip action?
Yo, look, we're not throwing no shade at nobody. Just for you not to be clear. But at the end of the day, bro, it's
just keep it real. Just say what it was. Just say what it was. That's my. I ain't condemning them. Like, yo, that's cool. Y'all could do what y'all want. But I'm like, the explanation just nonsense. Oh, that's my son. I'm like, bro, what? Like, y'all probably. It's like.
Yo, if y'all doing that in public, I mean, like, hey, but again, now snitching, the snitching game, it means nothing. That's I'm gonna summarize that. The snitching stuff means nothing. You could be the biggest artist, you could snitch, and your career will be just fine. So upcoming rappers, don't feel like you need to hold your weight, hold your loyalty to your gangs or your clique. Or your label, just say whatever it is to get yourself out. Worry about yourself and your paper. That's it.
Man, yeah, I would just say, want to be a rapper? Yeah, you can still talk that street stuff, but I guess these days you don't even got to live it.
You don't. You just tell a story. But moving on into some more real important things. The National Guard, man. The National Guard. Trump had the National Guard out in D.C. to clean up the crime. Mayor of D.C. is pretty happy with the results. I mean,
at first she wasn't.
But now she saw the light and saw that the crime went down. So, like, is the National Guard a real answer to a lot of America's crime problems in these Democratic-ridden cities?
I just want to start off by saying this, bro.
Go ahead. Yeah.
And I get really annoyed with people who don't live in these communities and who haven't been personally affected by this. To be quite frank, to have like a real opinion on it. Mm-hmm. In my head, I'm just thinking, politics aside, if people are being negatively impacted by those type of living conditions, murders happening all the time, people getting mugged, robbed, so much unnecessary violence, carjackings. If all of that stuff is happening so much to the point where it's like people... like regular citizens, law-abiding citizens, where they're scared to go outside, they're scared for their children to go to school. Now, if the president of the United States say, like, look, we can provide extra help by deploying the National Guard to help clean up some of this crime, it may not be a long-term solution, but we can do this now until we figure out a long-term solution. What's really wrong with that? Mm-hmm. Because, again, people who live there or scared. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the hood too, where it's like, damn, my mom like, yo, don't go outside at this time. Don't go over that corner, because that's where the gangs hang out at. Or like, me being with my friends, we got robbed and stuff. Like, that's not comfortable, bro. You know what I'm saying? So I know people are going to answer like, oh, it's going to steal your democracy. But now the National Guard been deployed out there. I don't hear a lot of complaints from people in D.C. saying the National Guards are taking away the democracy or the National Guard is messing with law-abiding citizens. The mayor had to change her tune. It's like, yo, like, the numbers on the numbers. The results are the results.
Men lie, women lie, but numbers don't lie.
You think her tone would have switched if the regular law-abiding citizens would have came up and made a big fuss? It's like, yo, they just locking me up for no reason. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Like, none of that's been happening. So, to me, if those people need help and the National Guard can help them, what is wrong with that? The point is to clean up crime. Mm-hmm. Because while y'all want to argue back and forth, about if the National Guard should come to our city or not, more murders are happening. More stealings are happening. You know what I'm saying? More businesses are being negatively impacted. Children are dying. Because it's a suggestion from Trump, and now you got to battle it out. You know what I mean? Like, Chicago, I brought Mayor Brandon Johnson up so many times. He's the worst mayor in the country. The country. And then y'all want to go, and they want to sit there and battle Trump and say, hey, don't bring the National Guard over here. But we talk about this off camera, but we've been hearing about Chicago from high school.
Oh, yeah. How dangerous it's been.
Terrible. And, you know, I've been seeing online, too. It's been like some little trend. Because right now they got protests going on in Chicago. Like, hey, we don't want the National Guard, blah, blah, blah. But I've been seeing some trend online where they like have a snippet of Trump's voice saying, hey, Chicago is dangerous at night. And then they're in the rich part of Chicago saying, oh, how is it so dangerous? I'm like, that ain't where the crime happening at. Go down to Old Block. Go down to where the YNs got bazookas. Bro, they got I don't know how they get it.
Go down to 53rd.
Go where G Herbo grew up. King Von. Go where Lil Durk came from. Go over there. And tell me like, okay, they don't need some additional help. It's like, come on, like let's just use common sense. What they could do, the governor could like work with Trump and America, like, look, all right, we want the National Guard, but hey, since this is our state, this is how we want to deploy them. Stuff like that. Like in New York, they got the National Guard in the subways, they're not in the streets. You can work with them and say, like, all right, we want the National Guard here in this area, but not here. It's something. So, but if you just comfortable with all the crime and y'all gonna pull some BS statistics, oh, crime has been down. All right. Been down what? Crime is down. Bro, crime ain't gone.
So, because I'll say this, like a lot of people, one of their biggest problems is that the National Guard is there picking up, migrants, and they're finding a lot of illegals and deporting them because they're out there in the street, and the homeless, like they're picking up their encampments and bulldozering it and throwing them in the trash, and people are like, whoa, their personal belongings are in there, and where they're gonna go, where they're gonna live, you know what I mean? So that's the main backlash thing.
So
that I've been hearing.
So all right, before you go, so with the homeless, so people are complaining that they're picking up the homeless off the streets. Mm-hmm. And placing them somewhere. So they're placing them somewhere.
It's not that they're getting placed.
Because they ain't just throwing them off the side of the earth. So,
it's we can't move you, but we can move your shit.
So they're trying to clean up homelessness in the streets.
Yeah, so they like ripping down the tents and the little boxes and stuff that they're sleeping in, like taking up, throwing in the trash.
Not to sound insensitive.
Okay, let's go.
Not to sound insensitive. How many times do you hear when people say California? One of the main complaints of people when they talk about California is like, oh, there's a huge homelessness problem. That scares people. There are some people who are homeless. I'm not saying maybe all homeless people like this, but there are some homeless people who have mental issues and like attack people. It's like there's certain areas like, yo, we just can't have the homelessness over here. Again, people don't like these solutions. Please bring some solutions to the table. Because all I'm hearing these Democrats, all I'm hearing is just this is not good. Trump is bad. It's like, all right, bro, then propose something. But anyway, go ahead, bro. Go ahead.
No. But like, to me, like, here's what I say is like for the instance of DC, I've been to DC and I've been in the hood. I've been in the hood there. I've seen it. And it reminds me a lot like the 90s in New York, the early 2000s. Like
when the last time you been in DC?
I was there in May.
So this year, so you was there recently?
I was there recently in May.
Okay, go ahead.
May. So I was there in May. You know, I've been around there, and you know, it's certain parts look a little rough around the edges. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, you got the people outside smoking. You got a couple of sketchy dudes outside. You know, a couple of parks look a little bent up, broken up, the rim missing. You know what I mean? Like, but to me, it's like I've seen that here in New York.
Like we're used to.
I'm used to that. I'm not gonna walk around and say I'm afraid, but I know how to move. You see what I'm saying? That's the difference. But for an average person, you know, somebody coming from Kentucky to come here, they'd be like, "Whoa!"
Cause that's DC. That's a tourist attraction. But people want to say people travel to DC to look at the White House.
Yeah, no, you're right. But while I was there, it's like, and the Washington Monuments.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, is it rough at night? Yes, I would say yes. I went out at night. I went to this one club at night. It was so hood. Like I was like, I never seen some shit like that before. To be honest, like I went in the club and the air was just marijuana, bro. It was just straight weed, and everybody was just sketched out to the max, bro.
Knew a couple straps was in there.
You know what I'm saying? And I was in there for about an hour. You know what I mean? Like I blended in. You know what I'm saying? I blended in with the environment, but I'm there for the experience. You know what I'm saying? I'm there for the experience. I got the experience. But when I left, I'm like, damn, like it's been a minute since I've been in a club that was like that, bro. Like I'm like, damn, like yo, if
heart racing a little bit.
Shit could have went left. Like somebody asked me, like, yo, yeah, I was standing there chilling, like I wasn't sitting down. He was like, yo, like, you sit here? I'm like, nah, I'm good. Because it was for his girl. I was like, hey, you know, let the lady sit down. But still, I was like, yo, like, I ain't trying to look for no problems. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not my city. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I got backup.
I got a damn Airbnb to go back to. You know what I'm saying? But nah, like, would the average person feel afraid? Yes. And you know, if the National Guard came in there and reduced crime, I can't complain about that.
Like what? That's what I'm saying.
I can't complain about, because look, I don't even live there, and if I lived there and I had a family and I had kids and they going, I would want the streets to be safe. And the biggest thing to me that I can't wrap my head around is like, if the White House is here,
oh my God,
why isn't this place secured from the jump? Like from the jump, bro.
Bro, there's one news conference. Trump was holding a press conference, and a reporter stepped up and said, like, yo, on her way to work, she got jacked. She got jacked on her way to work to talk to the president. You know what I'm saying? And then I think the person wanted her to give up her phone, wanted to give up something. And she's like, no. Trump was like, hey, don't do that again, because it's amazing you're still here. You know what I'm saying? He said something along those lines.
It's something so funny. That's a country, but it reminded me of when they were trying to ban the National Guard from coming into the subway. Yeah. A woman that was at one of the press conferences, when she went home, she got robbed on the train.
Yeah.
I was like, how funny is that?
Bro, you see what I'm saying? And I'm really like, yo, politics aside, not Democrats, not Republicans, like, yo, if crime is an issue and there's like something that you can do now to save lives in the interim, like, why wouldn't you do that? Mm-hmm. That's just my thing. It's just, I think we look at it a little different because we come from some environments like that. Like, yo, it's rough. Where you hear, bro, like, and when you live in the hood, not everything don't get reported because it happens so much. Like, you live in the hood, bro. You hear like, oh yeah, person over there died. Person over there stabbed. So much stuff be happening. Everything can get reported. You know what I mean? Like, and what I like to hear, screw the news network. I want to hear people that actually live there. And like, you can go online and look at some videos, and there are videos of people saying like, yo, I couldn't walk through here for a while. Now I feel comfortable walking through here. And I saw like some people who do like random street interviews, which is why I like this new form of media.
Independent media.
You know what I'm saying? People like going up with their mics. One woman was like, yo, I wasn't really for it at first, but seeing like what it did, hey, you know, I'm for it. That's just my thing. It's like, yo, like, stop being blinded by just politics. Like, yo, people just want to live.
I think it's just like so much like fear mongering that a lot of Democrats are doing. It's like, yo, like, you're gonna instill fear into people for having more enforcement in dangerous areas. Like, I don't understand that. Like, to me, when the National Guard was going into the subway, like when they increased the amount, because they were always there. National Guard was always there, especially in like high traffic areas like Times Square.
Yeah, you're gonna see
Central,
them in Times Square.
Penn Station, Grand Central, like they were there. But as far as being like on the train or like, you know, at more stops, like, yeah, they're not at every stop because criminals could still go on, you know, another stop. And
New York is a large place, man.
Still do some stuff. But like, does it bring a level of safety? It does. It does something. And the mayor said there was less crime happening on the subway since. Right? And I'm like, okay, well, you can't be mad at that. Like, it's helping somebody. It's deterring the crime. It's not 100% safe, but it did something. Right?
That's it. That's all it is there for. To reduce crime, to protect some citizens. Can you get everything? No. But you can stop some attacks.
The only thing I didn't like, which is double-edged sword, is when they was going through people's bags. Like, I'm a regular dude, and yes.
Oh yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. My wife did experience that.
Yeah, I'm a regular dude. I'm not causing. I don't even take the trains. But a regular person coming from work, whatever, they got box cutters and tools and stuff. They shouldn't be getting locked up for that or fined for that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're encouraging people to take the subway and they're using that to go to work and you're construction work and you have these tools, that doesn't mean, oh, you're going to cut somebody on it. That's your tool for your job. Like, you know what I mean? But other than that, I didn't have no problem with that because I'm not committing no crime. So for these people out in Washington, D.C., they should never, ever have any issues with that because if you have a crime problem and the National Guard coming here to clean it up, yes, it's not going to be perfect. Homeless people are going to have to relocate, figure out what they're going to do because it seemed like every Democratic state wants to make themselves like California and have everybody in tents living on the street. You know, yeah, it's like it's not going to be perfect. Somebody's going to complain. But the overall goal was to lower the crime. Yes, some people got deported that wasn't supposed to be here or whatever. Yes, it happens. But at the same time, it needed to happen. And for Chicago, it needs to happen.
Chicago, it needs to happen, bro. Chicago, it needs to happen. Like, I just get so sick. And this is why I'm like, this is why I get like sick of the politics. It's like, think about the citizens first. You were elected to protect the citizens of your state, of your city. Think about them first. Mm-hmm. If the president proposes, I'm not going to lie, the way Trump kind of is talking about doing it is illegal. Like, he just like, yo, I'm just going to send them over there. Like, all right, nah, like, you got to, like, there's a little process.
There's got to be some structure to it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got... But, because, like, you know, it's their state. He has authorization to do what he went in D.C. because he's, that's federal zone. But Chicago, you actually got to work with the governor and the mayor. They got to sign off on it. You know what I'm saying? You can't just force the National Guards over there. You know what I'm saying? So I would say, all right, Trump got toned down with that. But I think the proper way would be is like, look, we did this in D.C. Here are the numbers. We actually got the mayor to sign off on it now because she saw the results as being, positively impacted. Crime is down. We want to do the same thing in Chicago. Let's talk. Let's see how we can come up with a plan to, again, protect your citizens. This has been going on for literally far too long in Chicago. You know what I'm saying? But here we go. Brandon Johnson and the governor. I can't remember the governor's name. Just going back and forth with Trump. Oh, this is just democracy, this. So he don't know what he talk about, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, bro, that's not a solution. And I'm just starting to think Brandon Johnson's just a puppet. Bro, nobody likes you. I don't think anybody in Chicago really likes you. You constantly make the wrong calls. And I'm like, at this point, bro, I'm like, he just got to be a robot. He just has to be a robot. I think he's just a puppet for the Democrats.
Nah, he really is. He's a clown, and he's trying to kiss ass. For whatever reason, maybe he's trying to look for some job in the next opening when there's a Democrat in office, thinking he's going to get something, and he won't get anything. Because they're going to look at him and say, boy, you ain't had no backbone. We don't want you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I really hope that the people of Chicago and the south side of Chicago that's dealing with all of this crime and war, like, and all of that's going on there, I really do hope they get some reprieve or like some aid to fix that. Because like you said earlier, since high school, we all heard how dangerous Chicago is, and I've seen documentaries of them street dudes running around with bazookas, having M16s, AKs, SMGs tucked underneath their porch outside. Like, they just run underneath there and grab their guns and start spraying. And I'm like, yo, like, this can't be the life. Like, this can't be a state in the United States. Like, this can't be a city in the United States at all, bro. Like, that's insane. That is absolutely insane, bro. That's like some third world country type joint right there,
That's
bro.
insane, bro. They're going to need more than a National Guard. Need the Marines to
Yo, I'm totally down for cleaning that up, bro. I'm totally down for it. Like, look, everybody complain, oh, but what about these people? What about these people? Like, bro, if you hear illegally, you know my stance on it. You know what I'm saying? Be an upstanding person if you hear illegally. But if you get caught, then that's just the game, bro. That's just the game, bro. That's just the game.
And I'm not going to lie. Some of the people who hear illegally, they know the risk. They know, like, look, at some point it could go left. You know what I mean? And, like, bro, this a tier system of thing that's important. Crime, clean that up, that's tier 1. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bro, I was telling you this off camera. Only thing I'm worried, like, yo, them YNs in Chicago might go crazy. I don't know.
I don't think so.
But you never know, bro.
I think when it comes to the police, when it comes to not the police, but the National Guard or somebody on the military level, it's like they not some high schooler that became a cop that, because again, you got to be realistic. These cops, either they have like high school diploma and they just become a cop, like 18, they 20 years old becoming a cop. Mm-hmm. So, like they not much older than these YNs that's running around. You know what I'm saying? So to me, I'm like, when they see the military out, they know, like, okay, these are some dudes that's doing some serious stuff. Their training is way more rigid.
Because they out there in the backyard shooting at cans and shit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Like, they not talking about let me see your name and badge number. Where's your supervisor? Nah, they like, get on the ground or I'm putting you on the ground. Like, it ain't no, I'm gonna hit you with a taser or some nonsense. Like, they yelling at you hardcore, going at you hardcore this whole time. So, I don't think the YNs are gonna wild out. I doubt it. And if they do, they must be real brave.
Yeah, but that's our stance on it. Why can't I get this?
Ooh. But yeah, nah, they'll behave themselves.
Bro, how I did this before? Like, why can't you? Help me out.
Got you. But yeah, nah, bro. They. Yeah, I forgot my opener, man. Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Little intermission right now.
For real.
Boom, got it.
Fella.
But yeah. But anywho, that's the wrap up on the National Guard. But moving on to another big topic that I definitely want to talk about, and it's this stabbing that happened in North Carolina on the train, in the subway. This woman, let me do her the justice of getting her name, was stabbed. A Ukrainian refugee. Her name was, and I'm gonna butcher this. Pardon me. Her name was Irana Zarakuska. I know I said it wrong, but bear with me. Y'all can look it up. But and apologies for that. But yeah, some dude, some nut job. Let me just say that. Let me start off with that. Some nut job. He went ahead and stabbed this woman and killed her. She was 23 years old, Ukrainian refugee. You know what I'm saying? Stabbed her up, killed her on the train, and it comes to find out that this man had like a plethora of other convictions, but yet this maniac was still running around on the streets. And this was all an unprovoked attack. There's videos out on the interwebs. I would prefer you guys go to X to watch it because,
Unless we get the real.
So you get the real unfiltered news. You go on there and you'll see that this man just she comes onto the train. She sits down and he's sitting behind her. She doesn't do anything. She didn't even look at the guy. She didn't even acknowledge him. Sit down. And he just pulls out a knife or some object and starts stabbing her, and it eventually kills her. And what I find interesting is the people on that train is just
they're just in shock.
like they don't do nothing. Like, to me, it's like, okay, I get it. If I see somebody getting stabbed, I mean, like, I'd have some sort of reaction to like, oh my gosh, or something. Like, not.
Cause like, you gotta understand too. Majority of these people just regular civilians. They ain't trained to.
But I'm not even saying, like, I'm not saying that they gotta run and do something. But it's like, have some like, oh my gosh, like make some noise, like help, or like like something. Don't just just let me be quiet.
They were just in such shock,
me.
bro.
Like,
Yeah. No, you're right. I feel you. Like,
dude, if I seen something happen, I'd be like, yo, what the, I'll say some shit. Like, I ain't gonna stand there and just pretend like I don't see nothing happening. But no, he stabbed her up, ended up killing her, taking her life. And the craziest part is there was zero media coverage on this. So Fox News, CNN, MSNBC, PBS, AP, New York Times, The Wire, TMZ, all these places, they didn't cover it and they didn't say a word. And, for something like that to happen, especially to a Ukrainian person when everybody's crying up and down, she stand for Ukraine and give them the aid and the money, like, I was kind of shocked.
Yeah, I didn't know about it till you told me.
I didn't know about it till I went on X. Like, I didn't know.
That's just so sad, bro. And we just finished talking about reducing crime and stuff. My biggest question is like, why is this man on the streets? He has so many other charges. He has a long rap sheet of crimes he committed. He should not be on the streets. And obviously, I get there's some mental health shit going on. Because when you look at the picture, the woman is sitting out on her phone. When you first told him that, oh, maybe they were in an argument and it went left. She is sitting down on her phone, paying nobody any mind. This man just gets up and brutally murders her.
Cold-blooded.
This is the type of guy that should not have been released from jail. He should have been locked up. But want to put in these policies like, oh, free the inmates. They ain't doing nothing wrong. They just did something back. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is the result you get. And again, obviously, I think there was something mentally wrong with that person, right? Tying this back to Zohan Mondani. I know I hope I'm saying this.
Zohan Magdani.
He's like, oh, there's a mental health issue. We're going to put social workers in the train stations or whatever he called them. People who are not cops, right? This is a sign of a mental health issue that got bloody. Them people that you putting down in the state, are they going to be able to deal with this? Mm-hmm. Because you could be mentally unwell and still be violent. So it's just so sad, bro. Like the girl, she looks young. She's from Ukraine, right? So obviously, unless you live on a rock, you know everything that's going on in Ukraine right now. So she came over here looking to restart her life, thinking she's safe. Literally, you're running away from a war zone. Come over here thinking that you're safe, and you get brutally murdered on a train by just sitting down.
And Charlotte,
politics, somebody got to answer to this.
Somebody got to answer to this. But Charlotte is a Democratic city, and the governor is Democrat this time around. I think it's Democrat this time around. Like it sounds bad, and it just gets worse. And look, I could talk shit about the Republican states too.
Of course.
But it's just not looking good for the Democratic states. You know what I'm saying? Like these policies that they got going on and this type of stuff that's happening shouldn't be happening. This man had like 15 prior charges and crimes and stuff, and he's still roaming around. Like he's attacked people before. Like this person need to sit down, do the time, go to a mental asylum, get checked out, take some pills. Like he's freaking... I don't know, so the dude off of Shutter Island and get his mind right. Like he needs rehab. Like this is what this man needs. And it seems like the Democrats don't want to give this man this because, we don't want to make him have a record and this. Like, no, you do the crime, you do the time, you get the record and you change your life. That's it. You are out, you have a second chance.
You know what's even crazy, bro? Not to go off topic too much, but Jasmine Crockett did an interview from her shoe closet, by the way. Basically saying along the line, I'm paraphrasing a little bit, but hey, if you're poor and you steal, you shouldn't really be punished for it. Like if you're, say for example, if like you're a single mom and you're a single mom with 2 kids and you gotta like steal some baby formula or steal some food, you shouldn't really be punished for that.
Where are they getting these ideas from? I just don't get it. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Are they trying to run this country as a third world country, bro? Like, is that? No, I'm dead ass. Like, do people want this country to be a third world country? Like, do they? Anybody, and that's why I would like anyone to come on this show. If you're a liberal, Democrat, whatever the hell, come on this show because help me understand. Like, do you want to go to Venezuela and live over there and deal with Maduro and all of the nonsense that they got going on over there? Because people over there are dying, stealing, robbing, kidnapping, doing all of this stuff. Like, is this the life that you want to have over here? Because, granted, we live under something like that, bro. it's all hell breaking loose, bro. And it's like no rules that you can't control that. So what? I'm a small business owner, and Jasmine Crockett is gonna run and tell people, oh, if you're poor, it's okay to go and steal baby formula. It's okay to go and steal from me, where I'm a small business owner. I'm trying to make money. I got mouths to feed, but because your mouth to feed is more important than my mouth to feed, and I have a business, that means I have all this money, and the little formula that you stole shouldn't cost me anything, right? It should be allowed. So wait, you and the hundreds of other mothers that's poor should come to my store to steal, and everybody should be just okay. Like, I don't get it.
Like she said, I want people to understand that there are crimes that are committed not because people are criminals, but because they are literally trying to survive. Okay, but you still committed a crime. And crimes are punishable. Like, what are you really trying to say? I just don't get it, bro. This comment, like, yeah, looting for clothing, tennis shoes, cases of beer. I understand survival. It's like, come on, we gotta stop trying to soften crime. Like, if you steal, you know the risk. Like, I just don't get it, bro. It's like, all right, can you feel bad? Like, can you feel bad? Of course, but at the same time, there are plenty of single parents who raise their children without committing an act of crime to raise them. You know what they did? Pick up an extra shift.
They went to work.
They
figured it out.
The parents went without so the kids could go. If you got 2 kids and you only have enough food for 2 and not 3, the parent won't eat and feed the kid. There are so many stories and so many examples of people being poor, not committing crimes to survive. So for her to highlight that as a public figure, as an elected official, like, I just think that's
a damn shame. Like,
that's just so irresponsible.
A person like that is dangerous. That's dangerous, yo. That's dangerous. Like, to me, that's inciting criminal activity. That's like, that's on the level of what Trump did on January 1st. like, come on, bro.
I can think about it. Oh, a single mom, or single father, whatever, can be like, oh, Jasmine Crockett said I'm not a criminal.
But still, I'm not if I'm poor and I steal, I'm not a criminal. Like what?
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Yo, this bizarro world, man. Like, this shit is just crazy. But like, at the end of the day, it's like, they give you what they say, if you steal less than $1,000, you know, it's not really, you don't go to jail for that. It's like a slap on the wrist. So my thing is this, like, so if I keep stealing $999 over and over and over, it's like, okay, I mean, as long as you don't hit 1,000, you're fine. But
what are we doing?
Like, what are we doing? You know, one video I saw the other day, PBD, he was on Jubilee.
Yeah, I gotta finish it.
Yo, it was good. It was good. I mean, he brought up some good points, but it made me really think that, you know, people are all saying, oh, millionaires, billionaires, oh, they have all this money, this, that, and the third. I'm saying, listen, all those people that was on that panel, if they were millionaires, they'd do the same shit.
Yep.
And it's just because they don't have it, that's why they saying that. It's because they don't have it. And I can tell you, money changes people's habits, yo. Mm-hmm. And most people, it changes people. But I'm telling you, if they had that same money, you think they would even be on that show? You think they would care? They'd be on some yacht, snorting coke, like doing drugs over here, over there, like. And that's my thing. Is like, I don't want to spoil the rest of the episode for you, but there was a good prompt that said, if everybody was to start over with the same amount of money. I think it was like $30,000. Everybody gets $30,000, right? And it said, do you think like if everybody starts with the same, do you think eventually somebody's gonna be rich? Like you're gonna get rich people out of that?
What, people get rich out of 30,000?
Yeah, like let's say, and the front was this, and I guess it's a good segue. It's like if everybody on Earth, right, was to start off with the same amount of money, $30,000, right? Do you think there will be rich people and poor people, or do you think everybody's just gonna be happy and just things are just gonna be okay? Like,
nah, I think it might cause some chaos
because this is again leveling the playing field for everybody.
If everybody received $30,000, first of all, a lot of people are gonna spend that in a day. It's not gonna really solve a lot of problems, bro. Like, you could get a used car for $30,000. Like, you could spend that off one time. Oh, people gonna be like, oh, I got some debt I gotta pay off. Boom, like it could probably give you some instant relief, but like that ain't solving problems,
bro. Even if you erase everybody's debt, let's say everybody's debt is zero, but everybody has $30,000. So you get $30,000, no debt. You can do whatever the hell you want to do. Do you think we're still gonna have poor people?
Yeah.
All right, and that was the main thing in the prompt, and the participants didn't understand that.
Bro, like 30,000, that's not a lot of money for real, like that.
And the thing was, the people who are rich now, if they were to lose it all and have the 30,000, they'll be rich again. And I'm like, that is so fucking true.
Because, bro, the thing about it, and I was watching this part of it, because PB was like, bro, I came from nothing. I have the work ethic. That's why he's a millionaire, because he worked. And he was telling, I can't remember, I think it was a girl. But he was like, yeah, you won't beat me because you're not willing to put in the work. You're not willing to put in the hours that I put in. You know what I'm saying? So if they lost it all, they know how to get rich because they know how much work it will require and what they need to do to get there. I felt like that Jubilee thing, I'm going to finish it. It was just a bunch of people who are entitled, don't want to work, and just think the world
gosh. So
owes them something.
You're going to get outraged. Because I sure as hell did. I was like, what am I watching? But I kept watching because it was still interesting. Like, it was good and engaging.
And he was calm with them.
He was really calm. And the thing is I just couldn't wrap my head around some of those participants' points where it's just like, one dude said, oh, yeah, I applied to over 437 applications and I didn't get a job. Dude offered you a job on the spot. He offers you a job on the spot. Well, I don't know your company. Like, bro, you just say you don't have no job. Well, you mean you don't know his company? You need to know, and if that's what I will work. You have no job. So if you have no job and somebody's offering you a job, I'm sure PBD would have paid him more than any other fucking job that he would apply to. Mm-hmm. I'm like, you're that dumb? You're gonna turn down a freaking free job where you could have made money, but because your pride and your victimhood of being a victim, you want to play that card?
And plus, there's got to be something wrong with you, bro. 400 applications? Like,
how the hell you get 400 applications and you get no response?
That's a lot of rejection. If I applied to 400 jobs and they all said no, I'm like, all right, what am I doing wrong?
I wouldn't listen to the military at that point. If I applied to 400 something jobs and nobody took me, I'm going into the military, bro. You gotta take me in the military, bro. Like, mm-hmm. I could be the water boy for all I care, bro. I'm getting money. Dude, he rejects a job.
Of course he did.
The other girl, she's got some mental issues, whatever. Good. You got to that. Those are the two main ones that really stood out. She got some mental issues. Man said, okay, well, what if I pay for you to... Oh, sure. Okay, but I got to pick the doctor. Oh, no, you mean you got to pick my doctor and this, that. I'm like, bro, beggars can't be choosers, bro.
Like, and that's the thing. Like, if you're accepting money from somebody, I mean, don't be surprised if it comes with type of stipulations. Like, It's like, yo, I'm giving you this money. And what's different from like, we got health insurance. There's only certain doctors you can go to. Is in a way that's like them picking a doctor.
And that is exactly what I said. I said, look, when you go to the doctor, some doctors don't accept your damn insurance, so you cannot pick who you can go to.
Exactly.
You may want the best Everybody wants to go to the best doctor. If something is wrong with you, you want the best medical care. You want the best doctor. But no, it doesn't work that way. If that doctor doesn't accept your insurance, you can't go. Or you can go, but you could take on the bill.
Yeah.
But if you ain't got the money, you know what I'm saying? Like, but still, I'm like, girl, you can't even pick where you want to go. You got to go to City MD. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
I'm like, we got to be real with it. But it's just like, in her mind, it's like, oh, you don't get to pick where I'm going to go. I'm like, this man is over here trying to help your mental well-being. And for you to turn it down because he's picking, maybe the prior doctor is right. Maybe he's wrong. Get another opinion. But no, they want to sit around and be victims. And every single one of those people that was in that room debating him were playing off of this victim mentality. And that video made me see that it extends far from just black people. It's even everybody. Because everybody want to cry poor and want to cry this and that they don't got this. And I was talking to somebody on the phone and I was telling them, America is the only place on earth where you have an opportunity where you can literally say you never went hungry, because there's always some organization that's giving out food. There's always some pantry. There's always a shelter. Even if the shelter is horrible and dangerous and drug-ridden, it's somewhere you can sleep. Mm-hmm. Like, people think, oh, but it's dangerous. Go to freaking Mexico. Go to freaking Nicaragua. Go to freaking Venezuela. Go to these places. Go to Peru. Go to these places. They don't get this type of treatment that we get. They don't get that. People out there sleeping on the street, sleeping in cars, sleeping on the highways, sleeping in little made up makeshift houses. Like you don't get that. The government doesn't come around and hand them out money and say, yeah. Like, these are all private organizations that's trying to do stuff for these people, but it's not enough. It's not on the level of what we have out here. You got crackheads turning into millionaires overnight over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the only country you could do that, bro.
How many stories we really hear? I mean, shoot. If you even hear JD's Vance story, bro. This man, his mom was on drugs, like, come from the ghetto. Not the ghetto, but came from, like, basically from poor, really bad beginnings, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's so many excuses for him to not succeed. To not
be the vice president of the United States. Like,
you know what I'm saying? And, like, not even JD Vance. There's so many other stories. Like, 50 Cent, my favorite rapper. Bro, his story?
Oh, my gosh.
Look where he at now. And I think this is why a lot of people have these type of conservative mindsets. Because it's like, bro, like, I literally came from nothing. What brought me in a position to where I'm at now is just working hard. Like, literally. You know how many times people at my job or, I talk to other people who are doing well in life, they say, look, bro, I'm not even the smartest in the room. I just go out there and work. I just do what I got to do. And that's it. Not making excuses, taking advantage of the opportunities that's presented to you, and just go. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's really it. Not being picky or entitled. Like, bro, I knew somebody living in the projects, ain't got much. And I'm like, and he like, yeah, I can't find a job. And I'm like, bro, why don't you just go to McDonald's, get some little job, start off as a janitor? I would do that. I'm like, bro, if I have no money, I need a job, there will be no job too big for me. Oh, I ain't working at no McDonald's. I ain't being no janitor. Who I look like? I'm like, But you're complaining that you're broke. You're too good to flip a burger.
I don't get it.
And I just don't get it, bro. Like, I'm like, just hustle. Just, you know what I'm saying? Start off somewhere and then.
Because they want to sit back. They want to cry. They want to say, oh, nobody did nothing for me. Nobody helped me with this. And I can't. There's so many jobs out there for people to get. And they just sit around, bitch and moan about it, and think jobs are just going to come to them. Like, I feel like some people, they have no drive. They have no real mental acuity to reason out or make a map or a plan. Like, when your back is against the wall, as they say, you come up with some shit. Like, for whoever that person was, you can go to McDonald's. You could be a janitor. You can get and look, the minimum wage in New York City is $16.50, I believe. $16. Mm-hmm. Call it $16. You could be making $16 rather than sitting around all day doing nothing and complaining. And who knows? At the same time, you can build your resume. Say, yeah, I was janitor or whatever. Then I worked to cashier, flipping burgers. Then like, you can move around till you can like work something out. Like, you can't just sit around and expect a job to fall in your lap or expect somebody to just walk up to you and offer you a job. Mm-hmm. That is what the handout type of shit that they want. In New York City, you take tests to get jobs. Like, it ain't even about, you may have your high school GED. If you don't have that, get the GED. You know what I'm saying? If you don't want to do that, then go join the military. Like,
there's so many options.
Like that. Like, come on. Like, if school is not for you, and I know it's not for everybody, I get it. Join the military,
bro.
Breed a dude that wiped down the boat or something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't got to be on the front lines.
Bro, my wife talked to a garbage man the other day. Makes 6 figures.
That's crazy.
Talked to a garbage man today. He was like, yeah, he makes 6 figures. He's been doing it for a while.
But he got there. Like, and he's provided for his family. But there's going to be some people, oh, I ain't picking up nobody garbage. Yeah, you saying that while he's making 6 figures. With health insurance.
With help, great benefits working for the city. He's doing just fine.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't get it
that's
twisted.
The mentality of a man. It's like, bro, I need to make money. I got to provide for my family. I'll pick up some garbage. I don't care. That's all that matters, bro. Like, are you doing the do? But some people will probably look down on him, or probably some people say, oh, I ain't doing that. All right, cool, don't do it. He's making 6 figures.
That could have been you.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and there's so many opportunities. You don't need to go to college. You could be a truck driver. A truck driver makes, they make good money.
Oh, yeah, they make real good money.
You know what I'm saying? They make good money. You could get a trade. You go to trade school for like a couple of months. Or like you said you could take tests like MTA or drive the city buses. You just gotta take a test. Now, that might take years to call back.
Again, you gotta take a test. You gotta get your CDL, and you good to go. You know what I'm saying? You get a high school test, pass an interview, whatever, and you get through. Like, those jobs are good jobs to get your pension, and you know what I'm saying?
You see what I'm saying?
Retirement
just be a
plan, like,
working member of society.
Even post office.
Oh, bro. Yeah, they make good money too. Great benefits.
You know what I'm saying? Great benefits. And if all hope is lost, you could always work for Amazon.
Oh yeah, that too.
You could always do Uber Eats. You could always do DoorDash, Postmates.
Like
there's always an avenue to make money. Bro, what is the requirements to work on DoorDash?
Shit, I think you just gotta have a mode of transportation. I did Uber Eats before.
Bro, you can walk. Like,
you could?
Yeah. You could walk.
I might sign up.
like seriously, you can walk as a mode of transportation. You can make money on any of those things doing you don't need a car, you don't need a bike. You don't need a scooter, you don't need a rollerblades. Like you can walk.
No excuse. Yeah, when I did Uber Eats back in the day, dude, all I really had to just tell them, like, yeah, I got my bike.
All you need is an ID.
Yeah, here's my ID, and that was it. I was delivering food.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? So like,
cause look, if I didn't want to do the military, I'd be full-time Uber Eats, full-time Uber driver. You know what I'm saying? To make some money. Why would I sit around and complain?
yeah, if you like driving, you could just wake up in the morning, go by those airports.
Sit around. I'm not saying that they do make, because Uber takes a big cut, but it's something. You're doing something. Maybe you pick up a passenger. You're like, hey, I'm looking for a job. Mm-hmm. Talk, network. You know, you got some sort of opportunity right there. But again, we live in a country where we get all these damn opportunities, and people always come up with some excuse. Oh, well, for Amazon, I'm going to be working and slaving so hard. So what you're telling me is you don't want to put in the work.
That's it.
Because when the easy shit comes, everybody just want the money to come like this. Boom. Oh, I didn't have to lift a finger. It was so easy. All I had to do was show up. No, they don't want to put in the work. They just want to make all the millions, gazillions, just because they who they are, right? No, it don't work like that. Mm-hmm. The business owner that made that business had to sacrifice, had to work hard, had to grind. And that's why he got the money. Leave him alone. Yeah, you may want him to pay more taxes, but you can't be mad that he's a millionaire.
It's just self-made millionaires, bro. They don't, nothing is handed to you.
Dude, I never understood it, bro.
But yeah, man, that was good, bro.
That was good, man. I mean, we covered some good topics this time around, and you know, everybody that's been watching episodes, thank you for tuning in. Yeah, we've had some snitches. You know, National Guard needs to go to Chicago next. We gotta lock up all these low lives that's killing people on the trains.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, it'd be killing me too. Like, I go to work in the morning and pass through certain neighborhoods to get to the train. It'd be like 7 in the morning. I'm walking and people be out there drinking and smoking, like they going to work themselves. I'm like, so you could get up this morning, hang out on the block, sit in front of the store, drink and smoke, but you can't go get a job unless y'all still continue. Is a continuation from yesterday. But I mean, like, I'm walking up the train steps and I'm seeing y'all outside smoking and drinking. 7 in the morning. So you got the energy for that. But not to go fill out a job application. But anyway, yeah, bro, go ahead.
No, you're absolutely right. And also people who want to be victims of the system and continue being a victim instead of taking initiative to better themselves. I don't know. I've got nothing to say to those type of people. The only advice that I can give to everybody is, look, work hard and try to make something of yourself. Don't sit around and wait and think things are going to come to you and people are going to do things for you. But yeah, I guess that's my little 2 cents for this podcast.
Yeah.
But yeah. Well, I'm Rich, signing out.
D signing out.
Like, comment, subscribe. Deuces.
Later, y'all.